This is an emergency X feed based off of the wild things that happened today with the SEC. What's up? My name is Schiller. We come to you live daily with updates from the X feed. I quickly threw on my New York hat because I thought the SEC was in New York, and then I realized that they are in Washington. I think. I don't know. Not American. Anyway, this is the tweet. The culprit that began. Today, the SEC grants approval for Bitcoin ETFs for listing on all registered national security exchanges. The approval Bitcoin ETFs will be subject to ongoing surveillance and compliance measures to ensure continued investor protection. Okay, seems pretty normal. Comes out on SEC Gov, and we're chilling. A little bit of a backstory. Apparently, this was actually tweeted out before that announcement, but it got deleted. This was apparently false. SEC says Bitcoin ETFs have not received approval on Tuesday, source Bloomberg and Coins BTC. So everybody goes in an uproar being like, hold on, we just got approval. How in the hell can you say that it's not approved? And then they tweet out the SEC Gov X account was compromised and an unauthorized post was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Gary also tweeting from his personal handle, the SEC Gov Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. And then NFT now having this exclusive piece saying security consultant Plum Furno tells us that the SEC account was SIM swapped. I was informed moments prior to Gary posting that the SEC account was SIM swapped. I didn't have enough time before his post to warn anyone before it was public knowledge. According to my sources, the account was SIM swapped for the sole purpose of the perpetrators being able to create massive shorts from it and profit without needing to even post a drainer link. And apparently CNBC goes out on the news and says that X was hacked and the SEC apparently was not hacked, which, okay, what the hell do you mean by that? An interesting point here from G Gaza. It's really simple to explain how this wasn't a hack or compromised account. They could have made way more announcing a rejection. Expectation of approval was 95% plus. A short would have printed way easier and more reliably. Again, this is them saying, hey, somebody did this with expectations of profiting from shorting the market just a second ago in the tweet. Doodles out here making kind of this is fine meme of their own. More memes on here. The SEC Twitter account security. When you ask her what she wants for dinner, the urge to tweet that the game had launched, followed by an immediate hack tweet, was pretty strong, let me tell you. If you don't know, Battle Plan's launching today, so I thought that was kind of funny. Bats coming through saying, lucky for the apes, the SEC didn't post a link to. Keck W. Under Gary Gensler's leadership, the SEC missed the biggest fraud since Madoff and FTX, attacked good actors, Coinbase and Kraken, pushed many great entrepreneurs offshore, and botched the Bitcoin ETF approval announcement. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. And this is a tweet that people dug up just from a few months ago. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. Again, just the memes write themselves within this one, and we just mentioned that. So this is what the Guardian put out regarding it. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, said Tuesday that a post sent from the agency's account on the social platform Twitter, or X, announcing the approval of a long-awaited Bitcoin exchange-traded fund was unauthorized, and the agency's account had been compromised. The price of Bitcoin briefly spiked more than $1,000 after the post on X claimed the SEC grants approval for Bitcoin ETFs. An ETF would provide a way to invest in Bitcoin without having to buy the cryptocurrency outright on a crypto exchange such as Binance or Coinbase. But soon after the initial post appeared, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler said on his personal account that the SEC's account was compromised and that the SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Gensler called the post unauthorized without providing further explanation. Welp, wrote Corey Clipston, CEO of Swan Bitcoin on X. Like many Bitcoin investors, Clipston had been expecting the agency to approve Bitcoin ETFs potentially as soon as this week. And it seemed with Gary obviously making all the posts that he did this week is that we're expecting it. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, this is probably just the dude that's the intern or whoever. They scheduled a post and it went out a day early. So again, we'll see what happens tomorrow. The price of Bitcoin swung from about 46,730 to just below 48,000 after the unauthorized post hit, and then dropped to around 45,200 after the SEC's denial. It was trading around $46,150 at 6.15. Saying the numbers out loud and just visually, just visually look at that if you want. Let me make this bigger. I didn't realize how small that was on there. All right. It was unclear how the SEC's social media account was compromised. Shortly after Gensler's statement, it appeared that the SEC had gotten control over the account. Politicians, particularly Republicans who have long expressed frustration at how Gensler operates the SEC, quickly expressed anger at the SEC's lax security controls over its accounts. Now, again, we've had similar issues for anyone that's been on X, a lot of accounts being socially engineered. Sometimes there's been accounts that people think legitimately there was no way for that to have happened unless a previous employee had access to things. I feel like the security of X is definitely something that's kind of up in the air, but this one is kind of a major doozy. And apparently, Elon Musk is looking into this. I saw a tweet earlier about that. Just like the SEC would demand accountability from a public company if they made a colossal market-moving mistake, Congress needs answers on what just happened, said Senator Bill Hagerty, who sits on the Senate Banking Committee. This is not the first time there has been false market-moving information about the future of Bitcoin on regulated exchanges. A false report back in October implied that fund manager BlackRock had gotten approval for Bitcoin ETF, causing Bitcoin prices to jump sharply. A spokesman for X did not immediately respond to a request for comment. All right, there's your little update. If you enjoy these, we go over my X feed every single day. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube, or if you're seeing this on X, give me a follow. Maybe this a like as well. Enjoy your day, and maybe we'll find out tomorrow, or I guess we will, if the Bitcoin ETF is approved or not. Drama, volatility, all the fun stuff here in crypto. We love to see it. Have a good night.